you abandon. You say you don't pick up the phone, man. I
And
just
then
leave her
I
and I
left
will leave
everything
her for
open.
another dude,
I
another
left
day, do
everything
this.
here. Not even a phone call came from here or nothing. And I thought, well, that's it. I don't want to,
Another
another one.
lady. You will
And I
not.
thought, and then a few weeks he came on the door and I said, what the F did you come for almost?
Yes.
And
Oh.
then I thought afterwards, that's it. From that day to this, if a woman does that to me again,
Aye. Yes.
they're out.
That's it. Because you don't have
And
no
it's
money.
not
You are
worth.
poor man.
What?
You are poor man like me.
Yeah,
We
but
are
what do you
poor.
mean is,
We're broke kids.
what it means is,
Yes.
if a person treats you like that,
Yes.
and the next minute, when you've already paid for happening, you run the car,
Yes.
she could have said, on the car, you've paid a few things. There's something I could give you, not a word. It's not something,
Well, no, it's the
And I
man's
thought
duty to pay.
afterwards, I thought it doesn't have to be a full amount. You probably say, well,
Yes.
I owe you a bit. You can have the dinner on me. And if I'd said that, I might have cheered myself up. But
Yes.
nothing happened, and I thought, well,
Aye.
that's it, finished. Because there comes a point when when you feel
Yes.
enough's enough.
Enough is enough.
And you think, well, I've been going out with a person for a while and nothing happened, and you think, was it
Yes.
worth it? Is it worth all the aggro?
Oh, I heard you.
And you get like that, and Pat wouldn't do that. She'd come out and find something else. She'd come,
Yes.
and sometimes she'll go and say, "Come on, we're going somewhere," and that's what. And she would pay for it.
Yes.
And she'd say,
She don't want to pay,
and
the
then
lady.
sometimes it would be a tea, sometimes it would be a dinner. I mean,
Oh.
and I can hear her saying, "Oh, I found a bit of paper the other day when I wrote something, and
Yes.
I thought, and it was something about where shall we go? Oh, we go up tonight. I like the way he walks as
Yes.
he goes up to get, as he sways, just walks up the bar.
Yes.
I've got it down in a bit of
All right.
paper, and as I walked, it was like that.
She drank?
And
She
I
drank?
strided it.
Huh?
Like a stride.
Yes.
And as I did, the body moved and Pat,
Oh.
and she's a comic like that, and she said,
Oh.
I like the way he moves going up the road. So,
Oh,
like
down the
a
road.
woman's bum. It's it wasn't like that. And she said, it's a walk. It's just like it's like if you were marching. Oh, I
Yes.
like the way that women find something on the body. It could be the
Oh.
hand or usually the bum.
Equilibrium or something.
And like
Diabetes.
that. And he admires them, and they say, well, it's his way, or he talks in a certain way, or he looks in a certain way.
Yes.
And that's how the things they notice more than anything. They don't like something that looks down, they like something that looks up.
Oh, the
And,
ladies like to look something high
And then they thinking,
and big and giant.
or sometimes the way he dresses,
Yes.
Anyway,
You are very tall, man.
I know, but what
You're very
you mean
handsome
is,
too.
that's the thing a woman notices. It's not, and sometimes, like you say, a figure of speech is another. But what I mean, if he dresses well,
Yes.
and a woman goes out and thinks, well, that is, and he goes out on several things, that is the type of style I'm looking for. It
Yes.
doesn't mean to say, or something, and that's the way they look at it.
Yes.
Or he done a little job for me,
Oh.
or something. They look at all the small stuff,
Mm.
and but that's the way she should have looked. And if
Yes.
you don't do that, that means she's not really interested in you.
Yes.
And that's why I noticed it, and I thought,
Well, she is not very interested in
it
you.
wasn't that noticed. She would come out with a quick one,
Yes.
and if there was something that was wrong, and come out. But they don't. It's known as in the trade as study.
Yes.
And
Study.
she didn't study the certain way and look at it and think, oh God, he's paid so many things. I should have remembered it. I should have looked
Yes.
and looked like that. And then, oh God, and then she woke up. That I remember several weeks later, and then she said, I had to go and pick something up, and I left you up there. I said that was the last straw. I said, so I came home and I said, I don't want nothing to do with it.
You are, yes.
And I said, all you say, I was arguing because you wanted something to do with a lock on the door or something. And in the end, And I said, have you got rid of that bloody old phone you had? And she held it together with elastic bands. And she
What happened to the
and-
television? Yes. Television
and
flew
in
away.
the end, but the phone was falling to bits.
Yes.
And she literally got elastic bands. And I said, and then she said there was a lock. She said on a phone cover. I
Yes.
said I could have paid you some of that.
Oh, she said she's going to pay you.
And to put the phone in a box.
Yes.
I said, in the meanwhile, I said, I know you paid out a bit on that phone, but at the same time, you know, get your phone working, not have elastic band that's going to break any bloody minute.
Yes.
And you know, she lived like it. And I thought, with all the amount paid for, you thought the first thing she'll want is to make sure that her phone would work.
Yes.
You know, daft things like that. But either she had a lot on the plate, but she didn't seem to have any clue at anything.
Yes.
And then tried to smother it with something else, and then casual, and then so she could get a free meal or something ridiculous. And then when you did say anything to her, she more said swore at you. And I thought, well, that's the last thing a woman would do. That's again.
Hustling.
That is again. A man wouldn't want that, because 9 times out of 10 he couldn't trust him.
Yes.
Because if that's going to happen and he took somewhere special and she went like that, that would embarrass him, and he'd say, not again.
Not again.
You know, I'm off. Either you wake up, I'm off. You wouldn't want the second choice. Doesn't matter whether he was Lord today or down there.
Yes.
And her uncle, what he was, but that's
Yes.
that's how the name. He came a lord. Now, if she suspected that her uncle,
Yes.
that position, he came a lord, she's wanted people to treat her like a lady.
Well,
And
our
I
ladies
thought
want
myself,
that.
Well, you're nowhere near a lady. You don't even act like one.
I don't know.
And you could see it a mile off, and I thought, you don't even act like one. So why try and you know, pull wool over my eyes?
Yes.
I did. I told her off over it. I said, you don't even act like one,
Yes.
because the manual's wrong.
Yes.
And when I think there was a lot more things under the sheets than you thought. You know, but she wasn't going to say. And then she'd go play around with some of her friends, and the things that she should be getting on with, she never bothered. And then next minute she got me on things with the car, and I thought, and her friends said, my God, I would. And then one day she didn't like me something and told me friends my name and where I lived. I thought, that's my place, not my percentage, not yours.
What, your place? They want to, with your friends, they want to come here.
Yeah, but she told her friend, 1 or 2 friends, if I have any nonsense with him,
They want to come
his
here.
phone number and there's the address. And I thought, I never give you the permission.
Oh, to come here.
And then I thought myself, you know, I thought myself, a girl, you won't trust a girl like to do that again.
Oh, perhaps they want to put this address to,
I know, but you
perhaps
wouldn't
they have
trust,
been staff or
even
whatever.
you wouldn't trust a girl like that. You'll say, that's the last time. I'm never going to go out with you again. Because
Yes, I
that
haven't
is
got a...
trust. And if you can't trust each other,
Yes.
it's no good you even bother to think.
Yes.
And that's what put me off. Once that trust goes,
Yes.
and I thought myself, yes, boy, and it was all she panicked over was the dog, and she thought he'd get a balloons
Balloons.
and the dog. And anyway, and then she said after that she was going to pay some money to put a memorial for her for the dog, which would cost quite a bit. In my point of view, that doesn't make much of a difference, because that's, you know, that's with me and Pat. But what I'm saying is, she'd done that with the dog.
Yes.
And then I put some plants in, and you can guess what that the old deer had then.
What's he done?
You know, and I said it, so I gave her just a bag of old compost I had there.
Yes.
And then I saw afterwards something, and then she said, I'd like to go down and have a look at the harps. I said, one day I'll show you. And anyway, it's down South Gosden.
Yes, the harp. It's of
They
Gosden.
make the harps, and you can see the harps being made.
The harps.
harps. And they're completely different to the other type.
And they have the memorial for the dog in the arts.
Oh, well, and that place is only open at certain time. I think near Christmas, you can go down
Oh.
and see harps being made.
Yes, harps. And a company or what?
It makes musical harps.
Oh, musical harps. Who do that?
It's a firm down near other side of South Gloucestershire.
Yes. All right.